Oh my Jesus, how many testimonies does she get?
Every day after I finish. Why we get to every day? Now you tell a life story.
Right.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on a security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. So are you throwing away evidence? Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. I mean, it was tragic.
Miss Old Bag, this is the first I've ever heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
We can leave her here right here.
Just send her to jail. It's over with.
I said, that old lady tripping my
Okay. Hold it! How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking, bitch?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces for the most part. Everybody wearing costumes.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Old Bag.
Well, I didn't touch the... Well, I didn't touch that suspicious looking Will Powers photo, did I?
I think she's missing a point. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
A fanboy.
Fanboy?
Still Samurai's fanboy. Real freaks, if you ask me.
Why would you erase that?
They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They always hanging about. What was there that day?
Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your very words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. Oh, this bitch. Anybody been through that?
Oh my
The Wright
God.
has been loose for a while.
These tiny ass people going through
It
there.
leads outside, and well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children's, whippersnappers. I said children's.
Kids? So on the photo that you erased?
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What?
You just waste my time with
Oh, order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studio that day. One was the steel samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade? I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear.
Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
How you know you think that? Right, as I said, I didn't pay much mind. That's why I erased today.
Nick? What's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him.
This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
The stupid ass bitch? Hey, you didn't let us read it. Phoenix.
That you're Phoenix.
You're Phoenix.
I'm not Phoenix. Oh, I am Phoenix. Mr. Powers. Okay, Will. Yeah, he's so sleepy.
Come on.
I don't know any
please.
voices. Yes.
Okay, no.
Tell me straight. Are you really in the dressing room? You didn't go to the studio.
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping. Honest.
So who was the Steel Samurai in that
Oh, my
security
Jesus.
photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should have taken better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me?
Doesn't look good.
Oh, God.
You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick!
Oh,
What are we gonna do?
First, you play for some more time.
play
We'll
a
start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this.
Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey, Nick. It's time.
Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that.
This jumpsuit she got.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
Twerk low.
Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The only other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed that crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Yes, of course.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts.
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There's another person who could have committed this crime.
What the fuck?
Stop. Order.
Is this
Interesting.
Point of order!
Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent.
Yeah, definitely say
If you
for
accuse
this.
someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right. As the stakes weren't high enough. Fuck.
So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder?
Save this! Save this! No, save this!
She would nowhere to be seen.
Go back, save it. Do what you did last time. I got time for this.
Yeah, in case we fuck up.
Now my first thought's a security lady.
It's the assistant girl. She wasn't there nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
But nobody's gonna think it was a security lady, yeah. Are you sure you wanna go with assistant girl?
Are you sure we don't want to go with grade school boy?
Fuck no! Nobody's gonna believe that shit, even if you did do it. It was the assistant. The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai.
So you're saying the Steel Samurai in this picture is really the assistant?
That's correct, Your Honor. God damn it, don't reject myself. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo. Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot.
Okay.
Oh. Bad foot. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury?
When you read so much, it gets difficult.
Oh my god.
Powers.
You drink so much and read it gets difficult.
What do I do? Oh, and me?
What about the assistant? You should have said the kid.
Oh, her?
Yeah, I think it's the
She was
kid.
cleaning up backdrops, I think.
Yeah, the kids put on the suit.
She didn't know about Powers.
Dragging anyway because it don't fit 'em.
The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the Steel Samurai look with that costume. Wait, what? She could look the Steel Samurai look with that costume. That's so weird to say.
English is a broken language.
But she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limbs. Ugh.
That kind of takes the legs out from under that case.
Oh, sorry.
We're getting penalized. I'm afraid I have to penalize you as I warned.
Nobody knows the truth. Girl, this fight isn't over yet. If you would, Your Honor, one more chance, please. God damn it, not the grade school boy. Nobody's gonna believe that. I told you. Bah! Are you seriously suggesting the boy did it, Mr. Wright? Grade school boy kills veteran action star with spear. For one thing, the murder weapon was with the Steel Samurai. Which you can't explain just how the boy would have obtained it from him. Maybe that was a dumb move on my part.
Maybe. Maybe. How about absolutely, Nick?
Nick the Twit!
It was the security lady. She was the only person that knew about the injury.
No, reload this. Load this. I'm done with this. Load.
It was the security lady.
Please
She was the
load
only
this.
person that knew about the injury. And when they say it, that makes sense at the time.
I'm safe. They were hard downplaying the boy. It was the security lady. Windy Bag. Old Bag.
Who? I'm sorry.
Who the fuck are you? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that injury this morning. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who would have known about the injury.
She big hot.
Oh, the security lady, Old Bag.
Like it's him, bro. What was that? That word.
She been throwing that out there.
Like this.
Order! It is a true old bag.
Old bag? That's Miss Old Bag to you.
Miss Old Bag is standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume.
To steal the steel?
To steal the steel. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder.
Well, why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? To not be suspicious, bitch!
Jackass. Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
I just want to let y'all know we just
Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock's Holmes second, baby.
Well, you know, we're not known to not cheat.
That's odd. Isn't the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence?
first time it was actual cuss word. You don't want to say it.
Well,
Yeah.
Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? He's like, nah, let's get rid of her. Put that bitch away. She makes goo-goo eyes at me.
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. Yeah, you're a dumbass, stupid ass bitch.
What's that supposed to mean?
He's ready to get rid of her.
Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? It's your boy. Don't just
It's
sit
Lord
there.
boy!
Do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this hole away.
Press further. That's why she deleted that picture. Oh. I don't know.
The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect
It's a good
in
thought.
this case. can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor him?
Maybe he didn't return your affection.
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy. The ones who photos are away. Erase photos.
He's only a grade schooler though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
Whoa.
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops.
Whoa.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
That boy is not a killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Or, oh,
I can't say that.
or is it to be nice to the kids and mean to your elders these days? Elders Day.
You mean to your Elders Day? Whatever.
Snapper.
Whippersnapper.
What about Snapper
It's
Snapper?
an odd way.
I have proof.
You lying.
Proof?
Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder.
No.
Is it the spear that was broken in?
Or with the dragon leg, just like they did y'all.
It's probably a card key because you couldn't get in without a card key.
Yeah, he couldn't get in without a card key.
Wait, save it first. Go back and save it.
Do the dragon leg part like they did against y'all.
Can you not save it?
I don't know, let me go back.
God damn it.
God damn it.
The dragon leg.
I think it's probably the dragon leg.
You think it's the dragon
They
leg?
used it against you.
No, wait, no. We've used the photo so many times. It's gotta be a card key. Because how would the boy get a card key?
The great.
The
Remember
great.
that lady
Wait.
said that the kids
I
would
was
go
saying
through
he
the
came
grate.
in through
Yeah.
the grate. He was already in there. He would need the card key. Yeah.
No, that was in where they were practicing at. That's not the studio where he was killed.
No, he was killed.
No, he was in the studio.
He was killed
He was
in
in Studio 2.
Studio 2.
They were practicing in Studio 2. He died in Studio 1.
No,
I thought he died
they
in
were
Studio
They were
2.
practicing in Studio 1 and he died in Studio 2.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Because we needed a card key to get into Studio 1.
The time
And that had the outline in it, remember?
Can you read that?
Go back.
Can you read?
Go back to the autopsy report.
Can you
Time of
read the
death,
location?
competency. Damn it, it doesn't have a location. No, but remember, we needed the card key to get into Studio 1.
You need the card. See, you need the card key to get into
And Studio 1 had the outline.
Well, it looked like you need a card key to get in
body.
Studio 1 and Studio 2.
No. You don't need a card key to Studio 2. We got it in there.
But I mean,
I say go
Grants
with
a
the
new
leg.
entry to Studio 1.
Yeah. So we needed
but
that
he
to get
didn't
there.
die in Studio 1.
Yeah, he did. That was not the outline.
No, the outline was in Studio 2.
Yeah, because we saw the outline last. We were in Studio 1 before that, remember?
Cause Studio 1 was where the
Oh, goddamn it, I don't remember.
damn.
You messed me up. Go back.
Maybe we don't need to be drinking and playing this game.
No.
I'm scratching my head. Hold on.
Y'all was fucking me up, man.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Can we get into Studio? We can get into Studio 2 without a key card. So wouldn't that mean we would have went
Did,
there first?
did we even go to Studio 2?
I don't
We
know.
went to, okay, so we went to that, so,
We went to the dressing room. The dressing room is where
Okay.
we got the access key card to go to Studio 1.
from the main gate, we went to the gate. Well, fuck. Okay, see, here's the thing. We went from the main gate to
the
that gate.
Yeah.
And then from
Gate
there,
to the
we went to
dressing
the, no, we went to the employee area, then to the dressing room, then we went back to the main gate, then we went back to the gate. From there, we went to Studio 1.
Because we had the key.
Did we ever go to Studio 2?
Never went to Studio 2.
Okay.
So the murder was.
Because that's where they were practicing. There was practice Studio 2.
Mm-hmm.
Murder happened Studio 1. Show them the goddamn card.
I feel like that's wrong.
I still think it's.
See? Student proceeded to murder. Alright, let's do this. I got this,
But
guys.
he got in through the gate.
I'm gonna.
Through the gate.
I am actually Sherlock Holmes II. It's fine. However, you need a key, a card key to enter Studio 1.
The great.
The Great was Studio 2. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studio have a card key?
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
Very well.
Yes!
This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today.
You
Mr.
guilty!
Mr. Edwards, please find out more about your witness, Mrs. Wendy. What was her name? Something old bag. Oh, sorry. That's you.
Something old bag, Your Honor.
Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned.